Welcome back to the Four Rings Inn for another
Woo!
episode of
Woo!
City of Shadows. We return to Thornstrum's workshop right now in the courtyard of bells, full of rustic old bells, wind chimes, and two newly dead undead guards that lie on the ground of the courtyard. Yeah, dead and undead that lie on the ground as our storytellers just defeated the two guards that blocked their way into I almost say blocked their way into the workshop, but Sterling got in no problem, even with the guards being up. As they prepare to face the weird and horrific workshop that Thornstrom has created for you, that Sterling has just got a mere glimpse of on the other side of the door. So I'll ask our storytellers now. Are you ready for a scary story? It is not too long past 3 a.m. when we find the three of you in the courtyard of Bells. Oriana, you have just pulled Sterling out of Thornstrom's workshop. Wrenchcore, you just pull your sword out of the second guard that has gone down. And combat is over. You are out of initiative. Still in the dead of the night. Alone, just you and the bells.
I just fumbled backwards out of the door, Sterling in my arms, and I look down at her. Are you okay? What happened?
I can't. The voices. There's too many. I can't do this again.
I start, I'm backing up towards, Renshaw, and I'm, bringing her backwards, back behind the wall. Still holding you, tight, in my arms, just kind of pulling you back.
I am
Renshaw,
running.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
I'm running towards you. I have no way of healing, I don't think. What's wrong? What's wrong?
It's too loud.
Should we...
Stop thinking!
Just take deep breaths. Take a deep breath. Hold on. It's okay. And I want to bring us, down to the floor so that, we're sitting or kneeling.
Yeah. Sterling, you can make another wisdom saving throw.
Should we abandon? Should we go back to the city?
22.
22. You are able to block out the effect that you had inside, and as sound returns around you, you're able to come back to your senses and you return to normal.
It's okay. It's okay. What happened? It's okay. You're safe.
Nothing and everything. There's something. Voices. There's voices. And then back in Oriana's mind, something, people, voices, screaming.
Were there, guards inside? Was someone talking? Are you hurt? What happened? Did you see Oriana?
No, I don't know. She was just in the corner, just on the floor. She told me she was in danger, and I just pulled her out, and I think I'm just gonna bring us over to the wall and lean you up against it and sit you down, and I'm just kind of rubbing the sides of your arms. It's okay. It's okay. You're safe now. I gotcha.
I don't mean to force an issue, but the bells are ringing. The alarms I assume, have gone off. We're certainly not out of the weeds. Should we just retreat?
It's chasing me.
We should definitely retreat.
I look up at the door, and there's nothing coming out.
That's right now. That's true.
I mean, I take my
Sterling,
hands off of Sterling.
Sterling, can you walk?
You don't hear it. Of course you don't hear it. You don't hear it.
I hear you. I heard you.
Bells? There's bells.
Bells. Screaming. Voices.
The bells are screaming?
No. Worse. Earlier, when Oriana looked at the forge, there was another window-type entrance that was high up, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like 200 feet.
Quite high.
I think we should go. This isn't that important.
Voices.
Honestly, this is for information on the Watlands, and I got a ton of information on the Watlands last night. This just isn't worth it.
Do I feel like I passed a wisdom check? Or that I just put up, like, mental shields? Do I feel like the effect dissipated when I walked out? Or I just blocked it?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think as you stepped out, you put distance from what was causing it. And so, like, I think even if you failed the wisdom save, as you leave, you would have, like, it would have faded anyway because you got far enough away from the source of the effect. But I think that you passing the wisdom save, you feel like if you went in again and passed, you have the ability to put up walls and block it.
I need you to go in. I need
Me?
to know. Either. Voices. Just open the door.
I don't want to go in there.
Sterling, are you okay to sit here for a minute? Renshaw, watch her. And I want to go up to the door
No,
and go back in.
Why are you going?
I walked away. I opened the door.
You open the door, you look in, and you see the hallway. If you would like to cross the threshold again, you can.
Yes.
You are immediately hit with that wave of silence. You cannot hear anything. You can't hear your voice. You can't hear the sound of your breathing, your footsteps. You hear absolutely nothing.
Yeah. It's similar, but different. Mine's loud. This is quiet. It's kind of nice.
In your head. Voices. Are there voices?
Sterling, I think we should get you back to the main
No.
path.
I say out loud, but quietly.
You don't hear your voice. It just comes out mute.
Yeah. I say no out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Or I try.
I need you. Tell me, Cloak. Are there voices? This is all in your head.
Yeah. I say no in my head.
No voices.
And I want to start walking down the hall.
Yeah,
as
sure.
she is talking
the fuck is
to
happening?
me.
You see me, Renshaw. Obviously I'm not talking out loud, but my body language is moving forward as if I am reacting to a silent conversation. And I think I'm like on my knees and like crawling a little forward, just staring at Oriana through the open door as she walks deeper.
Can you still hear the voices? Should we go?
She doesn't hear them.
Okay. Do you still hear them? Wait, how do you know she can't hear them?
I'm starting to tune him out and focus on what Oriana's experiencing.
Are you talking about Aubrey or are you talking about Sterling? Aubrey's like, I'm just gonna tune him out. No. Yes, you're locking more into Oriana. As Oriana, would you get to the end of this hall and there's a set of descending stairs. If you want, you can come down with Renshaw and Sterling at the entrance, at the door's entrance. You're still within 30 feet of them if you want to creep down the stairs. So you still have the benefits of pass without a trace, but you will break eye line if you descend the stairwell.
Yeah, I take a couple steps down enough to see, because this is where the hallway splits, right? So I'm kind of just looking at a wall.
Yeah, you're at the T-juncture. Yep.
Yeah,
Or
so
you're
I want
on
to
the
go down the
stairs
steps
coming
enough to peek back and forth down the juncture.
Perception and stealth.
Stealth is a 24.
And Renshaw, is that with the pass without a trace?
Oh no, that's just my first roll.
Fuck.
Yeah, still 24.
It's not with advantage. You just add 10 to it.
Oh,
It's even better.
34.
34. Yeah.
She's within 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
She's like,
she goes
she's
any
right.
further.
Yeah. And then perception.
And perception. 8.
8. You, as you come down, you pull yourself away just as 2 more of those guards pass across, and you flatten yourself up against the wall. They stop at the intersection, look up the hallway, look down, and keep going. As 2 more of these guards, they again smell rancid, and they're gonna walk right past. But if you were to linger here, you would find your that revolting sulfuric smell catch in your throat again. These ones smell significantly worse than the ones outside.
Yeah.
But they move down. They move down the hall silently. Right, you don't hear footsteps. You just catch them as they come over, look down, and then they keep moving.
Voices?
Okay. No. And I want to step back, back up the steps, back down the hall, back outside to the other 2. Yeah, there's still way more guards inside. So I don't know if you're up for continuing or leaving.
I think we should leave. I mean, it seemed to really hurt Sterling. I mean, you went in seemingly unaffected. I don't know what it would do to me. I mean,
there is some sort of magic or spell effect in that forge, and I can't quite describe it. There is something weird going on in there. It's absolutely silent. So silent you can't even hear yourself. Something's muffling all of the sound. I'm sure Sterling felt something like that. But
Okay. But she said there was voices.
it is weird.
I want to see.
See what?
The voices.
What? Would someone just tell me what's happening?
Sterling, if you want to go back in, you're more than welcome to.
I will offer her my hand to help stand up.
No! You are both not going back in there!
Well, I'm just gonna help her get up.
Okay, now we can help her leave.
Well, hold on. She's going through something. Sterling, if you want to leave, I will take you away from here.
What was down? What was
There was a hallway leading in 2 different directions, and 2 guards passed by. I could not see any more than that. I don't know if there's any more guards past these 2. It was just stone. A stone hallway. I'm still holding your hand.
Good decisions, bad decisions.
I suggest
I'll
you
close
should
my
make
eyes.
whatever is the good decision for you. I very gently say, hearing you kind of mutter that to yourself. I don't want you going in there for me. I can handle myself.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And in Raven's head, he hears, "Look in the window, Birdie."
What is happening?
Meaning the one.
The one up top? Yeah. You, Ravens, will come back into your mind and say, "Why, of course. But a moment, my dear." And takes to the air. You wait a couple moments before he responds back into your mind and says, "I am in a kitchen, an empty kitchen. The food smells horrific, not fit for anyone."
And I'm just still holding Sterling's hand, just watching her face, waiting for an
I
answer.
can't believe these aren't alarm bells.
I don't know if they would see Raven or not.
I'm not looking.
Raven,
I
for where
do
you
not.
guys are in like the mouth of a cave. Like you can't even see the outside of it from where you guys are right
Okay.
now. But no,
I'm very
passive.
locked into Sterling's face too, like waiting for an answer. Like, does she need to leave? Does she need to explore more of whatever she's going through? I'm right now have kind of blocked out my own mission, and I'm like, what does Sterling need in this moment? Because if she needs to leave, I can take her away from here.
I think we should go.
But I'm not going to tell her what to do.
Okay, but this is me casting the vote to leave. If that was
I hear
unclear.
you, Renshaw.
When you said casting the vote, I was like, that's not a spell that I know. That's a cool one. And then I was like,
I cast democracy. My opinion
Yeah.
And the 2/3 roll.
I cast my 2 cents. Oh, that was stupid.
I
on my part.
counterspell.
Yeah. That's funny.
In Raven's head, he hears.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hunt some voices, shall we?
Are your eyebrows raising like that? For
Yes,
us?
you don't hear it. Everything else, the eye shut, the humming, the like noises, everything else is coming through to you guys.
Raven comes back in your mind and says, "A hunt. I'd love a hunt. Shall I return to you?"
Shadows for now.
Shadows for now. And then he'll
And then-
stop talking.
I'll open my eyes. I'm going in.
Why?
I, still holding your hand, we're going in. And I will walk with you gently to the door. Stop
Okay.
before we enter.
You first.
You guys are just
Yeah,
gonna leave
I
me
will
out here?
too. Yeah, you can join us. And I will step through the door first and accept the silence. And
Perfect.
wait for you, holding my hand out to you still, like holding, and wait for you to step in yourself whenever you're ready.
Voices and choices.
Stop
I'll
it.
walk through the doorway.
Perfect. You come through, Sterling. Another wisdom save for you.
Come on, baby. Okay. Another 22.
Another 22. You absolutely still hear the voices that you heard before. Not nearly as loud, not nearly as deafening, and there is no penalty for it. So you're able to keep your concentration and compartmentalize better. But you can hear just a cacophony of sounds.
Okay, I'm gonna run into the door.
I think as you're running in and I'm trying to like build those mental shields of what I focus on, I just say, "My lord, think sweeter thoughts if you could."
Is that in my head? Or is that...
If it's out loud, it's silent. So it's probably
In your head.
It's in my head. I'm gonna dead stop. Is that the voices? Do the voices sound like Sterling?
Are you saying that out loud? Or are
Yeah,
you
I'm not.
thinking-
I'm outside the door.
Can we hear
you-
him if he's
Nope.
outside? That's what I didn't
No,
think so.
Renter can hear his own voice, but you guys cannot. You ladies cannot hear him.
I look down at our hands together, and I look back up at you, and I'm not going to let go until you let go first, and I will like kind of start walking down the hallway a little bit, and just kind of give you the cue that if you like, it's up to you. What we do here, and so I'll start walking down slowly with your hand.
I think I'll take a few steps, just making sure that it doesn't wash back over me as I move further in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will let go of your hand and turn and look at Renshaw and just say in his head, "Are you coming?"
Stop doing that!
I'm assuming you say that out loud.
Yes.
And I don't know how well I can read lips. I'm not Eleanor anymore, but I'll just figuring he's saying something negative. I'll just say, okay, goodbye. And then I'll turn back and face Oriana, and in her mind say, left or right.
And I'll shout, wait, and I'll start running through the door.
Yeah, and then you immediately feel that wave of pure silence.
I turn back to Sterling, and I put my hand on her shoulder, and I point to my head, and then I point to her.
Yes.
And then, this is you.
Yes. Shh.
Which way
At
did
what
I see
point
the
do I
guards
catch up
walk
with them?
past?
Yeah, Richard, you're definitely able to catch up with them. You saw the guards move from right to left.
You also saw me go Renshort like this, but the shushing noise was in her head.
It's only comical because we can't make noise.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Sterling's lips aren't moving, but if they were, it would look like Sterling is just talking to you, and then everything else is silent. That's fun.
Yeah, so then if they went from right to left, then I will go towards the right. I don't want to walk towards the guards.
Got it. As you guys come down the base of the stairs, make another round of stealth checks for everyone.
And can I do perception since this is my first time in the hall?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think Pass Without a Trace, I don't know how long it lasts, but you're still...
It's an
only
hour.
been- okay, yeah, it's been minutes. How did we do for stealth?
22.
Oriana?
25. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
25. No, you did.
And Eleanor 2 for a 12.
Okay. So...
But-
You don't have any additions?
Oh, fuck. I do get an addition.
You're the one who does that
just-
all the time. You
All
just
the
see
time.
bad number,
I
and
just
you're like,
see
yeah,
bad
it's
number
bad.
and I get scared.
Yeah.
So then I rolled a 2. I get plus 6, so I have an 8. And
Yeah,
so
you're
then
getting
that comes
plus
up.
16 to this roll. You gotta add everything.
6?
But yeah.
Yes. I am very dexterous. I know how to slip around without making noise. So that makes it an 18 then. Never mind.
Perfect. An 18. You're at a 22, you said?
Yeah.
And then Sterling, what did you get?
25.
25. Perfect.
And then my perception is 17.
On a 17, as you get back down the stairs, you are stealthy enough, the three of you, that you watch and you see as these guards are doing what looks like some kind of rotation around these hallways. You watch on your left 2 guards move down the stairs, down that intersection, the first intersection on your left. They move down the stairs further north.
Mhm.
At the exact same time, another pair of 2 guards comes up the stairs to your right, and you guys duck back as they slip past. They look down the hallway again, and then they do not see you, and then continue down their path, walking completely silently. So
As
there's
they
at
slip
least
past,
Yeah.
I
No,
want
go ahead.
to jump into one of their minds.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say
Yeah.
anything, but are they, generally thinking? Like, I can't actually, I'm not wasting a spell slot on this.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
So I don't want to actually, detect thoughts, but I want to just see, is
Surface
there,
thoughts?
can I get
Yeah.
in as if they are a person, I guess is what I'm saying.
No, it's
That's
pretty
what I thought.
blank. It's pretty empty in there. Yep.
That is what I wanted to check.
Yep, and they stroll past you again. All 3 of you feel that retch come from your stomach as they move, and they stink as they move through. And then you kind of recover yourselves as you keep moving.
How long does my no reaction last for my first turn?
That's correct. That is with those the 2 guards outside dead. You have your reactions again.
And do we have to redo that when these walk by?
Not for them, because as soon as they leave within 10 feet of you, even if you failed, you would succeed again. So yeah, you're fine.
So I would still like to move to the right after the guards have passed and duck into the first door onto the right, or whatever, the first thing that I come across.
I'm going to very hard think at Oriana. Where are we going?
I keep walking.
Yeah, Oriana, you definitely do not hear anything.
Thought maybe it was part of the room.
It would be nice. Are you guys following Oriana as she turns right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Your stealth checks were high enough that as you guys slip through, there's not another guard patrol coming up the stairs as you duck into this room on the right. So you guys are currently in the room with the 2 big tables, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. You enter in to the mess hall. And as you try the door is completely unlocked. This mess hall is clearly abandoned. Also, biggest thing you notice, as soon as you enter, you cross the threshold into the room, and you immediately can hear your breathing again. You can hear your footsteps. Sound returns. It is still, however, quiet in this room, as it looks abandoned for the most part. The table is clear, but there's no food out. It looks the walls have began to kind of crumble in on themselves. The kitchen is dark, that's connected to it, and there are no people in here.
I want to check on the voices. Are they still, like, am I still just shielding them, or is it like when I was outside?
It's like when you were outside. You feel that if you had failed the check again, being in this room here, kind of buffered by the silenced hallways, you'd have another opportunity to make a save.
Okay. Is there anyone in here? If we, I know you generally said it looked empty, but I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
You guys can make a perception check. Sterling, you, without a check, know that lurking in the shadows is Raven.
Yes. And he just operates on my stealth, right?
Yes. He's
like, technically, he's supposed to be, like, on me, but, like, he's, like,
Yeah. He's just chilling right now. Yeah.
That is, I just can't do math. 17 plus 7.
Wow. Yeah. You look around, and as you kind of creep through this kitchen area, you find crates of moldy food. There's charcoal that fills the ovens. If you would like, you can gain cook's utensils. There's all the things that you need for cook's utensils. There are also 3 kitchen knives that you can take that will serve as 3 daggers, if anybody wants them.
Unless they stop, I pick up all of it.
Perfect. You're just thinking stuff around.
And
I'll take one. No, actually, I already have daggers on me. I always have daggers on me, so I don't. So you can have all 3.
Small blade.
Yeah.
I want just a little bit of a moldy thing.
Yeah, you pick up.
Why are you touching that?
You pick up a moldy fruit. Anybody that's with Sterling, make an investigation check as she picks up this like moldy citrus.
Does that include me?
I kind of
Yes, yeah,
I'm still
Sterling.
standing by the door. We came inside.
Oh,
Sterling kind of walked in deeper into the room. I'm not going to enter the kitchen. I see this is not a room that I'm interested in. It doesn't have any bell-making plans or plot or anything. So I'm just I see Sterling go in, and I kind of let her do her thing, but I'm ready to dip back out and go into the next room.
Yeah.
When she's ready.
Okay. We need some kind of plan, because I don't know about you guys, but I can't hear anything out there.
I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
I got a 10.
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to come back for the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Sterling, on a 10, you look at the citrus. It's a moldy fruit. It's honestly one that you're not really familiar with, but it's a moldy fruit.
I take it, and then I'll go back over. I just wanted to more so make sure there weren't people, but I went to collect things. So
yeah, you got it.
So where are we going? How are we getting there?
I don't know. By foot? I'm just searching the doors as we go, looking for blueprints, plans, notes, letters.
We don't
any
need
sort
these
of evidence.
blueprints anymore. That's what I was saying outside. I got all of the information on the Watlands.
No. Don't trust what you heard. The voices aren't here either, in this room. So, we'll have to follow them. I don't really want to listen to them.
Sterling,
we're already here.
I think we should leave.
Then leave.
Clearly something is happening to Sterling.
She seems capable.
She seems insane.
I'm just looking back and forth between the two of you. I'm not going to drag her out if she wants to stay. And I need these plans. We're already in here. We already killed 2 guards.
They were dead guards.
The damage had already been done. Thornstrum will come in the morning and see that someone has already been here. I might as well take what I came here for.
Okay. Do we have hand signals or something in the hallway?
Stop. Go. Right. Left.
Good enough for me.
All right. I want to open the door and peek around the corners to see where the guards are in their lap.
Yeah, as you to simulate you guys watching the guards move and then moving around them. Have everyone make another group stealth check. And that's you avoiding the guards.
As we cross the threshold, does it go silent again?
It does go silent again, and Sterling, I need another wisdom save.
I would like to look at the doorframe, see if there's runes or anything.
There, make an Arcana check, Renshaw. Sterling, how'd you do?
I say as we're leaving the room, the voices. We must follow the voices. And then I take a step out, and I got a nat 1 on my wisdom check. I did get a 27 on my stealth.
Okay, perfect.
But
yeah, you hear the noises come back tenfold. You are getting much closer to the source of these sounds. So as you go deeper and as you get lower into the mountain, as each stairwell takes you deeper, the sounds in your head are getting louder. But your stealth was excellent. Renshaw, what was your Arcana?
My Arcana is 11.
Is 11, okay. And then how was the stealth?
16. Yeah.
Cool. On the Arcana, you look around you feel confident that it is not runes causing the silence. You're unsure what is causing it, but you successfully rule runes out of it. Oriana, how was your stealth?
31.
Yeah, okay.
I remembered to add all my stuff this time.
Yeah.
My stealth's actually 23 since I got that one.
Perfect. The three of you are successfully able to watch the guards move in their rotation. Are you heading to the left or deeper down into the workshop?
I initially want to go deeper down, and I step into the hall, and I take a minute to look at Sterling and check with her. And, like, she can see the direction that I'm, like, heading in, and I look to her to see if she follows, or if she takes a step back, then I will step back with her. But
I'll take a step forward, and in your head, you just hear loud voices, loud voices, loud voices that way.
Do you want to follow the voice?
Yes.
Okay. And then I continue down. Not too far away from them. Like, I'm walking with Sterling and Venture.
Yeah, but I let her walk in the front.
That's fine.
Deal. The three of you make your way down the next set of stairs. As you get to the bottom, your stealth check was high enough that you stop them before you get to the bottom. As at the far end of this hall, you see there is a rail system that has been built in. You can smell the must and the sulfur of the forge, as well as like feel a soft breeze coming from forward in this hallway, as from where this like mine shaft essentially looks like it's coming from. And as you stop them, you can't hear it because it's silent, but you watch a towering, hulking ogre is pulling one of these mine carts through the trail. You notice, I don't think maybe you have seen an ogre in your lifetime or seen it in stories. This ogre is clearly unhealthy, is the improper word. It's undead. You can see parts of its skin have sloughed off. You can see like holes and hives in part of its stomach. And as this undead ogre pulls the cart, you notice, similar to the guards, it looks like somebody has poured molten metal onto its head. It's burned down through. It's still able to see from where the cracks of the metal slip out, but the metal has poured onto its face. It's closed part of its mouth shut, and it's like seared more into like its chest and its upper torso, as this big ogre lumbers and pulls this minecart completely silently through the hall. And as
is an ogre
you have everybody
depraved, or is that just a creature we have?
It is. How do I word this? An ogre is a creature that exists outside of the Verimoor, but the ogres from the Verimoor are classified as a depraved, and so it's not nearly as like unique as like a Cavum or some of the other creatures in the Verimoor. But as far as the city is concerned, it's another monster that lives in the woods. So you're not incorrect to call it a depraved. It exists outside of the Verimoor too.
Is he moving towards us down the hallway on the tracks, or is he moving away from us down the tracks?
Yeah. You watch him move towards you and him move into the room where the minecart finishes to the left. And as he exits, that's when you usher everybody down to move forward into the hall.
I think I'm gonna sit in whatever shadow we're in and wait a minute to see if he ever comes back out and goes back up the track.
Okay.
I don't know how long I'm willing to sit and wait here, but at least a couple minutes to see if he leaves that room. And if he does, the second he walks out, I want to go into the room. But for right now, I'm just sitting and kind of waiting to see what happens next.
Yeah, I think you wait. If you're willing to wait.
But also not too long, because I know those guards are now patrolling, but
when she
I want to see...
Yeah.
And kind of trying to assess if this guy's going to come right back out or not, I will, to Raven, say, "Go ahead, little birdie. Check him out."
With pleasure. And he's going to sail over your heads. He'll come from the kitchen that you came from. And as he passes over, he's like not even flapping his wings. He just glides over. Even if it wasn't silent in this hallway, he would be flying perfectly silent and just sails over your heads. And it banks immediately into that room where you saw that ogre go. And as you guys stop, Sterling, you hear in your head Raven go, "Oh, this room is full of rotting flesh. Plenty of things to kill if you're looking to hunt. 2 big ogres in here."
As soon as I see the raven, I am going to try and start pulling them back, assuming the raven is a spy, like Hanbell.
Sure.
I can't communicate that to them, but I am going to start pulling them backwards.
You start just pulling on our arms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I trust you in the pullback, so I move with you.
There is
I look at you.
In my eyes.
Huh?
There's panic in my eyes. Flames.
Inside of the head.
I jump into your mind and I say, "What do you see?" "Think, my lord."
The raven.
Oh, he's mine. And I want to kind of gripping on both of Oriana's arms just for a second, as if I'm like almost using her like human shield. I like slip behind her and hold on to her. I'm going to close my eyes because I'm blind and deafened when I do this. And I want to look through Raven's eyes just to...
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's in my house?
We will discuss this when we get home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, trust me.
We will talk about this later, young woman.
We'll be talking about this later.
And Renshore, if you react to me saying he's mine, I left and I can't hear you anymore.
I did.
With your hands on my arms, I place my hand on top of your right hand here and like kind of look back at you and just have a reassuring hand on yours.
I look like I'm in concentration more than fear.
Yeah.
Sterling, purely for flavor, do you think when you look through Raven's eyes, do you think Raven is like can still talk to you, or do you feel like you're inhabiting Raven for the moment?
I think he can still talk. I think it's a little bit of fighting in which if I tried to make him do something he didn't want.
Okay, so you're kind of like you're sharing a Raven for a moment. Yeah, I love that. Perfect. So you appear in looking through Raven's eyes. You see this room smells the worst of any of the rooms that you've been in so far, and looking down, there are currently 2 of undead ogres in this room. The one that just pushed the cart in is finishing up shoveling with his hands a bunch of ore out of the cart and is about to take this minecart back out. It is getting ready to. There's a second ogre that is taking the ore and assisting with like this big processing wheel to crush it down into a finer powder and organize it. And then there are two what look to be similarly dressed as like in the same Thalian style as like Renshaw, the Tierwald servants are.
Yeah.
Clearly servants of Thornstrum, but they also have metal poured over their head. And two of these servants are moving or in like organizing it. They're putting some of it in crates and, you know, you organize some of it, and the rest is being brought into the next room, which you can make out the light of like a forge in there.
Okay. I'll have him real quick look, and I don't know if we're lingering too long for the other guards. I'm kind of just letting Oriana, I know she was considering what to do, and I'm kind of just trusting them. I want him to just sweep really quickly to the other door. Is that shut?
The one in the hallway that you're in? Yes.
Yeah, the hall that we're in.
Yeah, he sweeps in. That door is shut. Yep.
Okay. Then he can come. He can stay actually in that general vicinity.
In the processing. Yeah, he's gonna float around here. He watches as the two guards that are patrolling just enter the processing station as the ogre turns to leave. So the ogre doesn't even notice you guys. Your stealth is so high as it comes around the corner, but you guys have a split-second decision to make. You guys can either make it to the door on your right. You can continue to the ore processing, in which case you will definitely meet head-on with those guards, or you can turn back the way you came. Or you can follow the ogre. That's an option too.
Jumping out of Raven, I'll say quickly to Oriana, and then after that, as I'm moving to Renshaw, incoming, need to move, and I'm gonna try to go up to that door.
Yeah, absolutely. You get to the door. The door is locked, but you already possess the key, and so without a roll needed, you unlock the door, and you guys move into this room just as the guards sweep around the corner, and they do not see you enter this room.
I'm quickly behind her heels.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're able to just see like their boots start to come around the corner as you pass in.
Are we able to hear?
Yes. As you pass through this door, your hearing comes back. Sterling, you are no longer... you can make a wisdom save now.
16.
Cool. So the voices that were inhibiting you release is much more quiet here. However, there is still a lot of sounds in your head because this section is full of people. What? You guys are currently as you turn into this next section, the prison block of Thornstrum's workshop.
What kind of fucker is this?
Yeah, as you turn into his prison block, we are going to take a quick break. And we're going to take a quick break as you are faced with rows and rows of prisons of cells and 4 guards, 2 of which have their backs to you, and 2 of which are making their way up and down the rows. And now you have a quick moment of, you're still so stealthy, they haven't seen you yet, but you're now in this prison block. Sterling, you can hear all these prisoners out here. You guys can see this scene. We're going to go to a quick break and be back shortly for more City of Shadows.
Hey guys, it's Aubrey here. Welcome back to another episode of Insight Check. Quite a lot has happened for Sterling and us since the last time we talked 4 episodes ago. And Sterling's kind of in a fucked up place right now, but more importantly, y'all got to learn a little bit more of what John and I have been cooking behind the scenes. Because Sterling came so late into the game, I wanted to kind of balance out the fact that she wasn't there for the first 20-some episodes, and with more insight of how the campaign was really going to shake out to be, I got to kind of tailor her very, very specifically to the storylines. And let's just say she knows a lot more than she lets on. Or she lets on that she knows more, she's just not sharing it. Going back all the way to the little recap session in Chimette's office, that was hard for Sterling, and I don't know if like my acting chops showed it, but when John was using Chimette to lay out the future of the campaign, Sterling knew a little bit more of what was being said and didn't love everything that she was hearing. So that already put her in this awkward position. So then when she goes with Renshaw to the Archstone Ale and sees someone that was very important in her past, she low-key, high-key freaked out to the point where she was not going to wait up, and what we now have seen as Raven, her bird companion, she left behind to watch over Renshaw because she was not going to be even in the same district as May Relaxbane, if you will. Behind the scenes, we actually filmed episode 31 in 2 different segments, but we filmed 30 in the first half of 31 on the same day. And it was in the break between those 2 episodes that John texted me that May, the character we've known since episode 5, was someone important from Sterling's backstory. So she high-key freaked out about that situation, and that put her in a really weird, messed up, not really totally available mindset for this Thornstrum interaction. And so by the time we got in there and she failed that wisdom save, it was like a pot boiling over and something needed to happen. And I thought that was the perfect time to show off some of her magic with speaking into Oriana's head. Above table, I knew that I didn't want to keep this like magic a secret for too much longer. I had already dosed out little hints with the berries in the temple scene, but I was like, okay, it's time for another little bit to show you that she is not just a fighter build. But generally, it was so exciting to get to play her mind reading abilities and make full use of Raven, her little birdie friend, animal companion, because I didn't know for sure it would happen this soon because come on, magic's illegal in the city, so she didn't really want to do it in front of a literal police officer, Oriana the Cloak. But sometimes you hear voices in your head and you gotta scream. Let's now talk some questions from the other players. Did Sterling have fun on her date, considering it was one of the less horrific things she's seen in the city? For the date, she was just reeling from that Chimette conversation and just wanted to let loose, and Joshua was the perfect vessel for that, the first perfect companion, because she could kind of read him and know that he was going to be a-okay if they just drank and didn't talk a lot and just kind of had something that wasn't heavy in that moment. So I guess there's a modicum of fun there, but she is still unsure what she's doing. I don't know. He's fine. Josh is fine. Next. Sterling has now followed both of the Tyrval sons as they've snuck out at night. Does Sterling see their shady night lives as common ground with the boys, or their recklessness as a threat to her reputation? Honestly, she doesn't really think about them. Like, she's just kind of thinking about herself, and they're doing stuff, but it's kind of like, yeah, everyone, like, has secrets. Everyone's doing stuff in the shadows. She just wants to see what it is. She just is conditioned in a way to always be gathering intel. So I don't think it's her seeing their actions, at least not yet, as a threat, but she's also not like, oh, this is a bonding thing between us. She's not thinking of them. Was Aubrey expecting to reveal so much of Sterling's background in the Thornstrum workshop? No. Like I said earlier, I wanted to start really showing her doing magic on camera. I wasn't expecting her to do it in front of the other characters, but I think that does help because we did a lot of secrets and hiding stuff in the first arc, even though I wasn't the one doing it. We don't need to sit in that. Like, it's also still TTRPG and I want to use my fun abilities. So showing that she is not a straight fighter build was kind of nice and exciting to play. And more of that is coming as you enter back into the City of Shadows. But before you do, please make sure you like and subscribe to this video. It helps us out a ton and helps push our content out for more people to see our spooky, scary story. Have fun.
Welcome back to Thornstrum's manor. Not his manor, excuse me, his workshop. His manor is beautiful. It's fine. It's in the city. Welcome back to his horrific workshop as we return to the prison block. The three of you stand in the entry hallway into the prison block. You see rows upon rows of cells. Sterling, you can hear, again, this is a big chunk of the voices that has been coming to you. These people, you don't know too much, you don't glean a lot of information, but emotionally, they are in pain, they are afraid, they are scared. And you get those three, emotions repeated 30 times. Over.
Shit, I could have told you that.
Yeah. You do feel a slightly different emotion, a different vibe from one of the prison cells. It is the cell farthest to the south.
Of course.
Is the cell farthest to the south. Feels the prisoner in there feels different to you than the rest of them. Aside from that, immediately in front of you, like within 10 feet, are two prison guards that are looking over the whole block. And you look, and currently there are two guards just in the north section that are poking and prodding at some of the prisoners and both antagonizing and giving them food. But as you come in here and you're right behind these two guards, I need all three of you to make constitution saves as that stench emanates off of them.
Oh.
Unnatural 20.
Wow.
That's very similar to what I got. You just have to add a 0. I got a 2.
Oh. I thought you got an unnatural 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Subtract 0.
Subtract 0.
Sterling,
6.
what'd you do? 6. Okay. Sterling and Renshaw, you smell these guards. They make you sick. It's body odor and blood and bile. It's very organ based disgustingness from these two guards. From the guards inside, as you're affected by their smell. On your turns, you can either take an action or a bonus action, but not both.
Do we have reactions, though?
You do have reactions, yes. But the two of you, it's a choice between an action or a bonus action.
Stepping through this door and then seeing the intersection there and then all the cells, this is not the room I want to be in, so I kind of take a step back. Not through the door, but I'm not entering into the space where the guards are.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of motioning to go through the door We do not want to be in here.
Yeah. As you take a half step back, you do see in the cell immediately in front of you people dressed. There's 2 women dressed in normal like Thalian clothes, very ripped and torn, that like reach out to you and they go, "No, please help us." And the guards don't react to them at all, but these 2 ladies are looking directly at the 3 of you.
I take off down the hall.
Are you go back the way you came, or down towards the like
down
deeper into the prison?
Boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Make a stealth check, Renshaw. If you do not follow Sterling, you're not going to get the benefit of like you'll leave.
Yeah, I'm dashing, so
yeah, Renshaw. If you don't follow her,
I'm not following her.
You'll just be okay. So Sterling, stealth check, just as is.
22.
22. You scoot down the hall. You avoid these first 2 guards. They don't see you. As you move down the prison block, you see. Make a perception check as you go down, and you see these rows and rows of prisoners. 19. You see most of these prisoners are Thalians. Everyone in... So the first 2 cells that you pass, on a 19 perception, I think Sterling is cultured enough to know this, even though you haven't been in the city for very long. As you move through, you clock immediately the first 2 cells, very differing people, different races, different genders, different identities, but everyone in the first 2 cells are of Moorish descent, and come from ancestry to the forest. You can recognize in some of their physical features, like, I believe these are Moorish people. The third cell that you pass has 2 beaten, bruised, and like barely conscious priests of the enlightened in here. And the final cell that you reach is on a 19 perception, I think you clock this immediately. There is a elven looking woman, auburn hair, not wearing the clothes of Calidor at all. She is sitting cross-legged on the ground. Currently, her eyes are rolled back in her head, and she has a rock in her hand that she is rapidly drawing an image onto the wall. But on a 19, you look at the features of this elven woman, and you realize she is not a Calorian elf. She is of the forest, and you see her eyes are again rolled back in her head, and she's rapidly sketching something onto the walls. You see actually this whole wall is covered in a couple different drawings.
What do the drawings look like?
Yeah. I'm going to piggyback on that 19 perception because it's really good. You look, there are 3 drawings.
Please be the locations of the axe, the helmet, and the amulet.
I think you would know this. You would recognize these 3 places. The first one is a grand manor with the front entrance flanked by 2 griffins that you recognize as Quill and Keep. The second image is a drawing of a popular hearth called the Whistler's Feast. And the third is a building that you're familiar with because you were just there last night. She is actively drawing the Wayne and Waxen.
What's the Wayne and Waxen?
Milk house.
That is the milk house that Cass Death went to.
Last night being the night prior, not this current night that is we're still kind of in.
Yep. Yeah. And you see she's actively drawing the Wayne and Waxen.
I turn around and run.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you turn and start to move back. I need one more stealth check, this time with disadvantage, as it's just you and these guards.
10.
As you're coming back, one of the guards on the far end does turn, sees you, and points across the hall. All 4 of these guards, their heads all turn towards you. Renshaw and Oriana, if you're still in this section at this point, you watch the 2 guards in front of you, both their heads whip to the side to look at Sterling. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay. 23.
23. Oof. Renshaw.
12.
12. Oriana.
11.
So close.
Close.
Okay. Sterling, you are first to act as you see all these guards turn their head to you.
In Oriana's head, she hears, minor mistake, bad decision.
I've noticed.
Kill or flee?
Kill.
Are you saying that out loud? Because we can talk in
No.
this room. Okay.
Oh, I didn't.
No, I wasn't saying it out loud. Okay. I am going to sorry.
No, take your time.
I don't really want to do it. I don't know. I think I'm
Sterling,
gonna...
actually, if it changes any of your calculus, because of how far away from these first 2 guards you moved, you are not, in this moment, not affected by their putrid scent. So you have your action and bonus action. When you get in range of those 2 guards, you'll lose them because you failed the check, but you're a good enough distance away. If that makes a difference to anything you do, you will
gain stealth, though, when you get closer.
Yeah,
not helpful.
That's true.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run up and attack the one. I think just with my one kitchen knife that I got.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brutal. Love it. Absolutely not helping the insane look, though.
I'm just like, kill. I'll say that part out loud.
Yeah.
And grab the kitchen knife, run up 16.
16 will hit.
Okay. 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. That's a good hit. You stab this guy. It screeches out as you get up to him. But you feel confident from what you've heard. None of that sound is going to emanate past this cell block as things are set up.
That's good to know.
As he shouts out, the prisoners start to rattle on their cages as you stab this guy, and the voices don't overcome you in your head, but there's a lot more. The room just bursts into excitement, right?
Yeah. So, question.
Sure.
Raven is supposed to roll his own initiative. Do you want me to do that, or do you want him to just act on mine?
He can just act on your turn.
Okay. He's also gonna, at this same guard,
Is Raven in the room with us?
He's gonna swoop right in, for sure.
Well, he was, in my mind, he was in the doorway, and so he would have just come in.
You asked for him to be in the vicinity, so I think you're fine.
Yeah. I don't think he'd go on the good side.
Yeah, he is going to come scooting in, and you can make an attack roll for him as he swoops in on this guard.
13.
13 will hit.
Oh, slay. 1 point of damage.
Yeah. He comes in and just swoops in, scratches on this guy's face. Most of his claw catches just that metal that's been poured over them, but one of his talons gets a nice hook in and deals a little bit of damage.
How many talons does he have? Does he have a full set on each?
Or is he missing one?
Is Hamble working for Sterling?
Is he?
It's a real question.
Perfect. Sterling, that is your turn. Renshaw, you watch Sterling stab the guard. You have the jump on these two guards in front of you. You do only have one action or bonus action.
Are we still going with kill? I ask Oriana.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sword, stab.
Yeah, you can make this roll with advantage.
Oh, cool.
It's a surprise.
They're both bad. I rolled a 7 and an 8. So
Okay.
a total of 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Oh, shit. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, they're not bad.
And I rolled a 2 on the damage dice for a total of 7.
7. Do you want to be attacking the same one that Sterling is, or
No.
the one next to it? Okay,
One next to it.
perfect. You stab into this this guy. Anything else for Renshaw? You have movement if you would like it.
No, I'm content where I am.
Perfect. Oriana, you are up.
Yes. So they're on 2 different guards, and there's still 2 more guards in this room.
There's 2 guards on the north section. They're on their turn. They're gonna run down and join the fray here. But if you want advantage, you'll have advantage on either the one that Renshaw's attacking or the one that Sterling's attacking. Or you can turn the corner and face off with the other 2.
Yeah. Who would you say is closer to me, Renshaw's guard or Sterling's guard?
Renshaw's guard.
All right, I will attack that guard first, pulling out a dagger from my satchel, because now we're committed to killing these guards. Crowbar is gone.
Deal.
I want to stab with the dagger.
And you can do this with advantage because it's still, you're surprising them.
Oh, okay. That is a 19 to hit.
Cool.
Oh yeah, I guess we were technically still stealthed.
Yeah, you guys popped out of stealth.
I'm not currently afflicted, right? By the voices? I passed my
No,
wisdom?
not by the... Yep, the voices do not affect you.
Sorry.
No, it's a good check.
6 points of damage.
6 damage. Excellent.
And then I'm going to bonus action. Is this guy still up?
He is still up.
And then bonus action, hit him with a punch. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit.
Okay, then I don't punch him.
Cool. You punch what would be a knockout punch, and it just strikes that metal on his head, and you feel like your hand. Yeah, it hurts.
It's fine,
Action,
it's fine,
bonus
it's fine.
action. Any movement from Oriana?
No. I wanted to shift my attention to like kind of keep track of the new guards that are running down, but I'm not gonna leave this guard here.
Cool.
Right now we are guarding the door so they can't go get help.
Yeah, that is true. Cool. The other 2 guards are gonna go down the hall and converge in on you guys. First, the guard that is engaged with Sterling, he's gonna make his attacks. Can I roll good? That's Sterling does a 15 hit.
Yes.
And the second one's a nat 20. I never roll nat 20s. Okay. So the first one...
Bye!
Okay. The first one is going to do 3 points of damage to Sterling.
Okay.
The second one...
We will never learn what Sterling could do because she's dead.
Because she died.
You don't have to answer questions if you die.
So Sterling, you are going to take 8 points of damage as he slashes you, and you begin to bleed. So at the beginning of your next turn, you're going to take another 4 points of damage at the start of each turn until you either take magical healing, or any kind of healing, until you gain HP, or until you use your action to end the effect. But you see this guard slashes at Sterling and cuts her deep.
Which dress are you wearing?
I said the black one.
Oh, right.
And it's higher, like a higher neck one.
Okay. Renshaw, does a 14 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. You take
Unfortunately,
only one...
the majority of numbers on that die hit me.
That's fair. That swing is going to hit you. You're going to take 6 points of damage. The second swing misses. The other 2 guards are going to come and engage with Oriana.
Yeah.
That is just going to be 1 hit for Oriana. And the second one does a 16 hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to take 3 hits from these guys. 2. Wait a second. You take a total of 14 points of damage from these 2 guards as they converge in on you, and they each draw a longsword and they begin to strike out against you.
How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine.
That's
fine.
Okay. That's almost all of my health.
all of the guards' turn. It comes back to Sterling.
Okay.
And you take the
now
4
that
points.
the guards are back with me, am I back down to bonus action or action?
Correct. Yep.
I don't know if this is my action. I am going to reach into my boobs and pull out another green berry.
Yeah. And you want to pop a berry? Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So that heals me 1 point, but that stops my bleed, correct?
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Nice use of the boob berries.
Boob berry, excellent. But that is your action economy for the turn. Yep. Would you like to move?
No.
Okay, deal. Renshaw, you're up. Deal, go for it.
Oh, I thought that was a 2. It's a 9 with the line underneath. Plus 6 is 15.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
8 damage.
8 damage. We're going to try to resist that death. Oh, man, I just cannot roll good. Cool. How do you want to kill this guard?
Same as the last guy.
Right through this chest. Yep.
Yep.
This guard collapses to the ground and is once again dead. There are 3 guards remaining, the 2 on Oriana, and then the 1 on Sterling. Renshaw, anything else you would like to do? You have your movement.
I still don't have my bonus action because there's this guy that's here with... Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I am good then. I will continue to guard the door.
Sweet. Oriana, you are up.
Yeah. I'm gonna swing for a 23 to hit.
That will hit. Are you attacking Sterling's guard or the 2 that have, or one of the 2 that's coming to you?
Well, the 2 have already attacked me, so I am.
Yes. Yeah. So you're
I'm
engaged with 2
them,
fresh
so
ones.
I'm fighting
Yeah.
with one of the fresh ones.
Deal.
For 4 points of damage to one, and then I'm going
Perfect.
to bonus action unarmed strike. It's a 17 on die plus whatever to hit.
I don't even need to add.
Yeah, whatever. And then another 6 points of damage for the punch.
Wow. Cool. So they're at a... Cool. You strike this guy. He stumbles back. Not dead, but hurt. Perfect. Anything else on Oriana's
You know
turn?
what? I'm going to key point and do another punch on him.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was a 19 on the die to hit.
Oof.
With 5 points of damage.
Yeah, he's looking hurt. He's looking real bad. You do like 2 body shots, and every time you hit the body, your fist sinks into their body. The clothes keeps your hand from like going inside, but you hit where like their rib cage should be, and your fist goes deeper than it should.
Okay,
perfect.
That's fine. And then I gear myself up to get ready for the second one.
Yeah.
Goo monsters.
Cool. On the guard's turn, the first guard is the one that is fighting Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
Is gonna watch that guy go down behind him, turn, and he's going to take the disengage action, and then move past Renshaw. Renshaw, you unfortunately can't take a reaction because he took the disengage, but he disengaged. But in order to get past you, it's going to take. It's probably going to take all of his movement to get around you, push past. He's going to get to the door and like open the door up. He'll start to step into the silence, and so he is silenced, but he's not out of the threshold yet. So he's able to move around you and get to the door as he pushes past Sterling and you. The other 2 guards are both going to attack Oriana. That is... One is going to hit... Oriana, does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay. And then... That won't hit either. Okay, so just 1 hit. That is 4 points of damage for Oriana. From one of the guards. Yeah, the other guard can't dash because he disengaged. Cool. That's all he's going to do. Sterling, you're up.
So there's 2 guards left and 1 is leaving?
Correct.
Okay. If I go to the one who's leaving, am I going to trigger an opportunity attack from the other one? Okay.
Unless Renshaw wants to take a swing, then you're good to go.
Well, maybe later.
If this is object interaction, I want it. If not, and if it would be like a bonus action since I lost that, I don't need to do it. The fallen guard at my feet, does he have a sword I could pick up?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. If you would like to pick it up, it is a longsword. Okay. It's a melee weapon. It does 1d8 plus your strength.
Do not throw that in my direction. Just don't pick this up and yeet it.
Okay. Okay, never mind. I just look down at it and then step over and keep going.
Yeah, go for it.
And with my dagger, I'm going to attack again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that is not good. 11. It doesn't
11
hit, right?
just misses. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you stab. It just gets caught in his armor as he's moving out the door. But the way you're positioned, Renshaw, if you want to attack this guy, you will get an advantage because you'll be flanking him.
Okay.
It is Renshaw, your turn.
Yes. Nat 1. Advantage!
Evan, oh,
12.
a glancing blow, so you can roll damage and he'll take half.
Oh, and
Raven.
Raven does 4 points of damage.
Oh, excellent.
Ooh, max damage for a total of 11 divided is, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. A blow that would have just killed him. You strike out. It's as he's closing the door, it knocks your rapier, and instead of getting him right in the spine, gets him right through the side. So he's going to take 6 points of damage and has 4 points left. As you stab into him, he tumbles onto the ground, but he is still alive. Oriana, you see this tussle happening at the door. You're engaged with these two guys. It's your turn.
Am I distracted enough, or can I see that he's running for the door?
I think you're cognizant enough. You're engaged with these two guys. You're battling off their long swords, but you see Renshaw and Sterling both desperately trying to bring this guy down before he gets out.
I'll help. I want to leave engagement with these two.
Cool.
And go for the one by the door.
For sure. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
You can't bonus action disengage, can you?
I think that's a rogue ability.
No, I can. I have to spend my last key point.
That way, yes. The expensive way.
As a bonus action, but then I don't get my extra. Yeah, but I don't get an extra hit. It would take my...
Do your key points come back on a short rest or a long rest? Do you know? I can look it up too.
I believe it's a short rest, but I don't immediately know because
we don't take many.
We don't get short rests often.
Yeah.
Only when you're insane.
Yes.
We're dealing with the insane.
I'm not going to spend the key point. I will take the hit.
One guy misses, one guy hits. You take 6 points of damage.
That wasn't that bad.
And then I'm going to roll to hit the guy at the door.
Yep.
That's a nat 20. It was worth it.
Ooh.
Yes. You only need 40 points of damage.
Yeah.
I think...
Yeah, it is 6 points of damage on a crit.
What weapon are you attacking with?
It was a dagger.
A dagger. So it's going to deal max damage, and then you get to double... So you get to roll the dice again. So just for... Actually, do make this roll, because he's going to try to resist death, and the more damage you deal in this hit, the harder it is for him to resist. So it's max damage plus another dice roll. So this crit absolutely may be the difference between him shaking off death and him not being able to.
It's plus a roll or plus the max again?
I thought it was just the max.
If it's just the max, it's 7.
Just max.
What's a dagger? Piercing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just says double damage dice.
Okay, gotcha.
But I know it's max to start, so I don't know.
No, I think that's fine. So it'd be 2D. So it'd be 2d4 plus your modifier, and you max out your dice. So it'd be 7 points.
Oh, so 2d4, 8, and my modifier is plus 3.
So a total of 11. Nice. He actually, reading this rule back, he doesn't even get to roll because it's from a crit. It bypasses his undead fortitude.
So that was perfect.
That was crazy.
He doesn't even get the chance to roll as how do you want to take this guy out?
Because running for him, grabbing him by like his arm and like yanking him away from the door and stabbing the dagger like in his eye socket.
Yeah, you pull him back. Just as you pull him back, the door swings closed and another patrol. Yeah, another patrol comes around the corner. They just miss him getting yanked, stab him, and toss him on the ground. He is down, out, dead once again, and so far nobody's the wiser. Anything else from Oriana? That was a big turn.
I have a bonus action unarmed strike, so I'm gonna armor strike one more guard that I left.
Yeah.
Go back into engagement, turn around, and then go to punch the other
How
guy.
dare you hurt me? Fuck you.
Yeah, make your swing.
No, I'm 19 to hit.
That hits.
4 points of damage.
This one does get to roll undead fortitude. Ooh, he did pass it. So you see you hit him, what should be a killing blow, and he just coughs blood up onto your arm and then pushes past.
Okay, key point, one more hit.
Yeah, go for it.
It's over 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Plus 5 points of damage.
That one did not go through. Dang. That's a second. What do you want to take out the second guy?
I just punch him, and I'm just gearing up for the last one.
Perfect. You take this guy out, 2 down, back to back, and now it is just the one guard left. Amazing. Okay. Cool. Oriana, with your turn finished, the last remaining guard is going to look down the hall. He sees you standing in front of him. He sees Sterling and Renshaw blocking the door out. He is just going to make 2 attacks on you, Oriana.
Deal.
Those are going to be 2 hits.
Okay. That's fine.
I guess these undead guys don't have much self-preservation.
That is going to be a total of 12 points of damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
He maxed out one of his first attack. 12 points of damage. With 2 strikes as he takes his sword, slashes at you twice. So like mechanical and methodical. There's no extra movement or flourishes. He's just hacking away with his sword. That's all he's going to do. It is Renshaw's turn.
Okay.
Renshaw's?
Oh, no, it's Sterling's turn. I'm so sorry.
I'm like, I think I'm being skipped here.
I think I'm being... Yeah, you absolutely were. It's Sterling's turn.
Renshaw goes to do the attack, and I'm like, let me first.
No.
Okay. That is good. That's like a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
It's just with my dagger, so, I mean, it's not a ton of damage, but 7 points of damage.
Heck
as I just stabbed the one, and then go and, kitchen knife stab the other.
That's
serial killer. Yeah, no, 7's good. That's a good chunk out of this guy. He is stabbed. Any movement from Sterling?
No.
Cool. Renshaw, you are up.
Nat 20 to hit?
Ooh!
Oh,
crit.
yep.
Max double.
That's a crit. Yeah.
Oh, good, because I rolled the d6 and the d20 at the same time. Max on the 20, min on the 6. So...
Max on the 6. So you get 2... It's a piercing weapon, right?
Rapier is piercing, yes.
Cool. So you're going to do... It's 2d6 plus whatever modifier you have, and you're going to max those dice out.
So it's 6, 3, 2. I have a feat that gives me 2.
Oh, yeah, then absolutely. Yep.
So 12, 15, 17.
Yeah. How... Actually, I have to beat a DC 25. There's no way I can beat this. A nat 20 would beat it, but no, he does not get a nat 20. How did you want to finish off this last guy? It's quick, it's precise. You've been doing this all evening, it seems. And so you skewer him perfectly. This time he doesn't grab on and slide off the blade. It's a quick in and out, and he collapses to the ground and falls dead once more.
We have learned they don't have ribs. It's very easy to hit a heart.
Yeah. As he goes down, a as much of a cheer as these wounded and exhausted prisoners can muster, the prison excites at their wardens going down, and
So
you are all out of initiative.
Yeah. I think I just kind of, out loud, but not to anyone, ask, how long have you guys been in here? And I'm starting to like shuffle through the guards on the floor, looking to see if they have any keys on them to open the cells.
Gotcha. Yes, they do have keys. You find a key ring for the cells. One of the Thalians that are chained up in the prison says, I've been here for over a year now. There are some that have been here for longer than I.
Why?
Thornstrum is vicious. He experiments on us. He takes our blood. He steals our voice.
Okay. I mean, I think everybody should go to the Ashen Order and tell them what has happened.
Yeah. I would like to set you guys free, but the moment I open these doors, you guys cannot just go running out. There are still guards out in the hallways, and I would like to get everybody out safely.
As you give this direction to the group, I'm going to have you make a roll that we haven't seen yet. And it's in our Etherean system. I need you to make a leadership check. As you are giving a command to all these people, they are afraid, they are scared, and you're trying to direct them. Yeah.
Can I help her?
Sure.
I have a 3.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you can give her advantage, or if you want to add to her commands, you can make a check yourself.
We'll unlock all the doors, but everyone just stay here. We'll definitely circle back, make sure everybody's okay, and then we personally will escort everybody to the Ashen Order headquarters to give a statement against Thornstrum.
Cool. You absolutely, make your...
Is that good enough? Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck! It's 11.
Okay.
Better than my 3.
I rolled a 4. I have a +7.
Oh.
You have a +7?
Yeah! I figured I'd use it all the time.
I have a -2.
You give these commands. You begin to unlock the cells. And on 11, people definitely do not stay put, but they are staying in this room for now. You see, as soon as you unlock the door, they're coming out of their cages. They're mingling with each other. They're walking around, but for now they are staying in the prison block. Oriana, as you go through and unlock all these doors, especially in the northern section, please make a perception or a investigation check, looking at what people are here.
Mm-hmm. An 8 perception.
An 8. You, on an 8, establish that almost all of these people here are from Thalia. You clock that one of the cells have people that are from outside of the city. And on 8, you can't tell where they're from, but everybody else seems to be city folk. And 2 of these prisoners are from outside of the city.
Yeah.
As you make your way into the southern cells, you also get to that final cell block where the Elysian, although I don't think you recognize her as an Elysian, you just see an elven woman clearly not wearing the clothes of any Calorian citizen, with all these like sketches on the walls, and she has come out of her trance. She's no longer sketching the Wayne and Waxen, but is waiting at the door for you to unlock it.
Yeah, I mean, I've unlocked every other cell. This is no different. I unlock all the cells. I'm fully fine with everyone stepping out. I encourage them to leave their cells, but to wait in the room. And then I want to go back to the door and kind of peek out to see where the guards are in their rotation and try to figure out what's going through my brain right now is, do we just kill the other guards that are going through the rotation, or we try to time it with taking people out? I don't know how quick they're going to be, if it's more dangerous to take them into the hallways with the guards.
Yeah, make an intelligence check. Straight intelligence.
Sterling, is this the voices you heard?
Unnatural 20.
Oriana, you know that if you time this perfectly, you can probably get out of this door stealthily. With this many people, there's no way you're going to make it to the exit without one of these patrols catching you.
Yeah. How many people do we have total? Like, how many prisoners are there total? Like, take a head count.
You see... Give me 1 second.
I'm thinking of taking half out now and coming back in for the other half.
You see there are 16 in the north, 4, 6. So there's a total of 24 people here. And as you're looking out, one of the Dalians pulls on your cloak and goes, I cannot leave yet. My husband was taken to the torture room. We must rescue him as well.
He has a torture room in here.
Yet. Yes, it's where he tortures us. It's where he takes our voice.
What does that mean?
It's across the silent hall. Please, if the guards return him and the cell block is empty, they will surely kill him.
How long ago was he taken? Are you expecting him to come back to the cell block soon?
Before
a few hours?
A few hours before morning, probably.
Okay. And looking at the other two, trying to gauge what they would like to do in this situation, I'm going to suggest let's take 12 out now, get them outside, and come back for the other 12. I think we can try to move as a group halved pretty well. 12. If we take everyone, all 24 at once, the guards are going to... Not everyone's going to move fast enough. We'll come back for the other 12, and then come back for the last guy.
I've kind of sunken back into the shadows. I don't want these people seeing me. At least, like fully seeing my face. Like, my cloak's been up the whole time. I don't...
Okay. I mean, are we leaving? Are we not? These are priority. We're ignoring the machinations. There's no other...
Yeah,
I'll turn my attention back to the prisoners.
Yeah. The night is over. We're getting these prisoners out.
I'll say
And that's it.
In Oriana's head. People, prisoners, tortured ones are slow. I don't think you'll find much success with 12 verse 24. That's still a huge amount of people who are... They're not going to be able to sneak through these halls. I can buy you time, but if you split in two, you're not getting the other 12.
I will turn to the prisoners and ask if there's are there any other cell blocks? Any other torture rooms? Are we missing anyone?
The one they speak something. No, just my husband. He's the only one that's not here right now.
Okay. We'd be going against the guard circuit, correct?
You'd be going with the circuit.
We're going with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Oriana, lead. Sterling, follow. I'll be in the back. If a guard attacks, you guys keep going.
I can get... I can have eyes on the main room.
The torture room?
No, the one with the mining cart in that we saw.
Okay.
The big.
I thought that
ogres
was the
and
torture
stuff.
room. Okay.
The guards have come out from there as part of their patrol. I can have eyes in there to tell you when it's best to time this.
Perfect.
I will go.
We're taking all 12 or all 24.
You can make whatever
Yes.
decision you want. I, as above table and as Sterling, don't know if 12 is just still a lot of weakened people. That's still a huge crowd. You know what I mean? If there was 12 people and we could split it to 6, then maybe you could.
I mean, we can split 8, 8, and 8 if we alternate between the guards and one of us each takes 8 people.
I can...
One guard circuit, it's only 2 people. 2 people aren't difficult.
I can go. You guys leave at the most advantaged time. I will go to the other side of the forge and cause a distraction.
Why? You've been hit the most.
It should get you enough time.
Okay. No, that's not happening. If anyone would do that, it would be me.
No, I agree. I don't think we need a distraction yet. I think we can try to time it between the guards. And if the back set of guards behind us catch us, Renshaw will leave you to defend. And as soon as I get these people outside, I will come right back and help you fight off the last few.
I'm not asking. I will position eyes to tell you when to leave, and I will stay hidden. Oriana can tell me if the distraction becomes necessary.
We don't need a distraction.
You don't
one
need a
group
third
of guards.
person.
One group of guards catching us is 2 people. We just killed 4. With little effort. 2 isn't difficult. We don't need a distraction. There's going to be 1 circuit of guards that would catch us.
I mean, we don't know how slow these people are going to walk.
It's not that far. And if you need to, you could duck into the mess.
I'm ready at the door, waiting until Sterling tells me that the first set of guards have passed the prison door here.
How many people can your pass without a trace apply to?
3.
Okay.
not
I
many.
didn't know if it was just anyone you considered ally within that
Oh.
30-foot range.
I think
Yep.
it's just each creature. you
Yeah,
can-
it's each creature. Fucking everybody.
Okay.
Let's all go, y'all.
So we need everyone to bunch up together.
It's a 30-foot radius, I think. Too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
John, remind me, when
Yes.
Raven was in the room with the ogres, was there sound?
Yes, there was sound.
Okay, so it's just really the hallways.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna creak open the door and have Raven fly back there.
Yeah. Cool.
So
Raven.
that way he can
yeah,
watch.
Yep, absolutely. He posts up in the ore processing room, just as you see there's the one ogre that's working the wheel. The second ogre comes back with a new full cart and begins to scoop metals out.
Okay. You won't be heard in the hallway. I can let you know if someone's coming from either direction. I'm just going to go to right at the left side of the hallway where we came in. So that way, basically, Raven and I are guarding both ways.
Gotcha.
And I'll basically follow the patrol as close as I can. So that way, once they round the corner, that's when the posse can keep going, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Nope, that makes sense.
So
I'm just going to be ahead of you guys tailing this guard. That way, if anything does happen, I can try to sprint ahead and draw eyes.
okay.
Gotcha.
Be safe.
Okay.
You wait a beat for the guard to pass through. So, Raven watches the pair of guards come through the processing room. They turn south down the hallway you're in. As they pass that door, Sterling, you slip out behind them. Now part of the guard loop in yourself, kind of moving clockwise around the workshop. You're tailing them, making your way through. You give, at the proper time, you give the rest of the group the green light to move. Oriana and Renshaw. Here's how this rule is going to work with 12 people. If you took everybody,
24.
it would be in... Oh, you're moving everybody?
Yeah.
We're moving everyone.
Well,
Okay.
what would
The different...
Would it make a difference?
Yes. So the DC is going to be lower with half the people. But you can... If you do it with one go, then you're done.
What stat would I be rolling?
You'd be rolling stealth.
Stealth plus 10? I can do that.
It's going to be stealth with disadvantage for both of you.
I can do it.
We're taking off 24.
If you
Yeah,
want to take
fine.
12, I don't, I'm not the GM, so I don't get to set the DCs. I just said because 12 is still an extraordinary amount of people.
No. We're going to have to come back in anyway for the other guy, so. Instead of coming in 3 times, going twice.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Here's a pause. Tori,
Yes.
do you want to just lead all 24 and I'll just go get the guy? So we
They need
don't
your
have to
plus 10.
leave those people outside?
We need your plus 10.
If you do that, yeah.
Oh, right.
I would like your plus 10 for the whole group, and if we do get caught on the back end, for you to kind of take that brunt over the civilians, and then I will immediately come back in and help you.
Yeah. Okay. I just don't want to.
But my priority right now are these prisoners.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Cool. Both of you are going to make stealth checks with disadvantage, and you're going to add 10 to your roll as everybody goes out.
I rolled a 9 and a 19.
Oof.
I mean, that's still going to be, 21?
Okay. I rolled an 18 and then a 13. That goes up to 19 plus 9 plus 10 is 29.
Okay, so it's a 21 and a 29?
Yes.
Okay. You take this huge group of people as they and begin to lead them out. You scoot around, you come out of this room and begin to rapidly make your way south down this corridor. You just make it up the stairs as another ogre, the ogre comes out of the ore room, turns the corner and begins to move his way back up towards the mines. As this big group of people shuffles and you get down to this hallway, long stretch of hallway, the last turn is in sight. You can see the stairs. You can... Who's in the back right now?
I am.
Renshaw. You can see this group of prisoners as a whole is getting scared. There's a lot of them. They're so close, but now they're in parts of the workshop that they've never been in before. You see some people, their eyes. Well, you're coming into that last T intersection to get to the front. You see them start to look around. The silence is getting to some people. The fear is getting to some people. Without being able to say words, I need you to make one more leadership check. As you can see, this crowd starts to get jittery just with your body language. You have to hold this crowd together, or else people are going to start to break away and just make a mad dash for the door.
I got a 14.
Okay. You, as you go, on a 14, nobody breaks away. On a 14, I'm going to say this. You are able to keep the group together. You're able to just visually calm these people down. The only exception, that one elven woman that was at the very end of the cell block. At this point, you see, as you get to this corner at the base of the stairs, she looks to you, Renshaw, as she's in the back, just places a hand on your shoulder and then turns around and leaves the other way. She just breaks away from
back
the
into...
Back down the hallway that you guys came from.
Like towards the prison block?
Yes, in that direction.
I mean, that's on her, man.
I'm gonna think at Sterling. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to have really loud thoughts. I don't know how this works. One's getting away. Can you see where she's going? I don't want to leave the group.
I can't hear you. I said I'd talk to Oriana.
Deal. But with that leadership, you are able to get the rest of the group out and onto, or yeah, you get in Ventura, you get everybody out of the front door.
I immediately turn around.
Yeah, as soon as you guys come out, that the two tenuous leadership roles kind of break, and as soon as you guys are outside, there's nothing that they finally get that breath of fresh air sound in their ears again. You see this group of 24 just explodes out into the street and just starts to rush away from Thornstrom's. With the exception of the one lady who stays by you, Oriana, and goes, "We have to get my husband. We have to go back in."
Yeah, I take her over to the wall and I sit her down on the opposite side and tell her to sit and wait here, and I will see what I can do.
Oriana, one went back in. We lost one.
Okay. I mean, I can't force anybody to leave if they don't want to leave. But we will go back in, and we will keep an eye out for her as we're looking for this woman's husband, and try to convince her to come out with us. See if she forgot something in there that she needs to take. We'll do what we can. But
Where's the torture room? It's right by the millie, by the cart room, right?
The lady said it was across the hall from you, and so yeah, it's right by the where the forge is.
Okay.
It's that.
And
That's
Sterling
in the
went
central section.
left. Is she like
Sterling-
right by the front door here?
Sterling is probably at this point in this rotation. She's probably right near the. She's coming up to that intersection that would get you into both the forge and the torture room.
Oh, okay.
And she doesn't have to scoot out there, but that's kind of where she is on this rotation.
Yeah, I think as long as I'm not getting, because I'm almost circling back to where Raven would be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, like, I can see that there's ogres in that room. I don't want to go into that room, so I try to break off into like a corner that's not part of the rotation. If I'm up on the top there,
Yeah.
either I see that wooden door, or there's like a little hallway. It looks like there might be another kitchen.
Yeah, up to you. You can either scoot into that room up in the north that has that black square in it, or you can scoot into the library.
I'll go into the library. I don't even think I'll go open the door quite yet, but just kind of step into that alcove and be maybe like gently just make sure that it's not locked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm going to obviously check in before I go too much further away.
Perfect. On the outside, what are you two doing after Oriana gets this prisoner settled?
I have a couple like cuts on my face from the other guy's swords that are just bleeding black blood, and I'm just like wiping my face off and wiping the blood on my black cloak, and my breathing is definitely heavy. I'm just like, okay, let's go back in.
You don't have to.
No, I started this. I gotta.
I feel pretty confident Sterling and I can get him. Just one.
No, I'm not. I asked you to come here. I'm not letting you go in alone without me. Let's just get it over with. Yes. And then I say it again in my head. Yes.
Okay.
That was very interesting for Renshore.
Sterling, you're tucked away just at the entrance of the library, unable to hear anything on the other side of the door due to the silence around you. Oriana and Renshore, you wait on the outside of the workshop, one step away from entering back in to the horrific lair of Viscount Thornstrum. And as everyone kind of takes a breath, preparing for their next move, we are going to end tonight's session of City of Shadows. We are deep in it. I'm amazed that you guys were able to get all those people out.
I do not feel good.
Yeah, that was an impossible check without the pass without a trace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's busted. It's a great spell.
It helps
That's the
that
second.
the room was silent. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't hear the people like scraping.
Shuffling and
Yeah. Yeah, that was excellent. But make sure you like and subscribe, as we are far from out of the weeds, and there is much more to find in Thornstrom's horrific workshop.
More?
So,
Yeah, no. Just
there's always more.
one guy and we're out.
You have to go deeper. You know, it's in and out. You quick adventure.
Are we gonna be too greedy like those dwarves?
Ooh, maybe.
Keep going deeper.
Keep going deeper. Well, until we meet again over another round at the Four Rings Inn.